Yes, we are live, ladies and gentlemen, or at least I think we're live. Well, I'm alive, so we'll go with that. We are alive, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. What an exciting time it has been in the markets. I'm happy to have you all join us. We're going to be watching Bitcoin as I jumped in a trade. Well, the other day, I took some profit, and I'm jumping back in here just for maybe what might be the last little run-up. So today's episode is a live episode, but we will be going over Bitcoin's price and Ethereum's price first and foremost, and then it's just going to be like mostly a hangout session. We're also going to give away some Bear, which is our internal social rewards currency for you guys. If you happen to be a fan of the community, we're going to be giving some of that back to you guys. So it's kind of an exciting moment. We'll go over that, so stick around. That's a little later when we give the Bear away, but stick around for the Bear. We've got over we're giving Bear to 1,000 people, like about $10 each in Bear. So did I just say we're giving away 10 grand? Jesus, I might have to rethink that. Let me rethink that. Let me rethink that. Yeah, we're gonna rethink that. Maybe it'll be like we'll figure out a way to give away some Bear here. That was maybe too much Bear to give away to begin with. Okay, so we're gonna dive in, and let's see here. We're gonna pause this screen. Bear with me. Yes, that's right. I said it. Bear with me. Okay. Yes. There we are. Okay, I'm actually watching Bitcoin on the 1 minute right now. Okay, so there's a reason why I'm doing that. I entered a long trade here. I actually entered it the other day and took out around 5 grand profit, but I re-entered here at around 676. So you can see that trade is still currently open here. Let's see, we've got $5,000 on it, margin at 22x. So we bought 4 Bitcoin with 5 grand, and we're just a hairline below our entry. So I could have taken around $5,000 in profit up here today, but I think we're actually going to get a much bigger swing. Now we're going to start back out on the daily here. And this is always the interesting thing is we're in no way right now in a good place to take a long. This last spot right here before we broke out when we were talking about the trading range, that was a good spot. But as we go closer in here, what's really interesting, I don't know why it keeps jumping back and forth between screens, but hopefully it doesn't do that all the time. On the 15 minute, you can see we've actually jumped into a reaccumulation pattern. Now there are a few Bear Den members who are they get some Bear for correctly filling this out. But if you're new to the channel, we love trading ranges. So we look for these springs, this breakout, and then a backup phase, and then hopefully a much bigger breakout, maybe upwards as high as $28,000 to $30,000 in this next one. There is very little supply, and there is growing demand for Bitcoin. So I entered long here at 23,676. That's where I took my position. If it jumps up above here, I'll heavy up on that position. Again, I don't try to trade with too much at this high of leverage because it's mostly like, oh, look, here's a fun potential to make an extra 5 grand or whatever. It's better to go long for like a long time, and we'll find those moments again. But right now, these are just much faster trades. So even though we're way high up here, on trading on Bitcoin here, this smaller trading range, God, I don't know why it does that every time, is really what I'm much more interested in here. This short burst up. So currently, things are looking good. We're right in that trading range. We're not too much below my entry, only $20 below. So I'm quite happy with that so far. Now, I took the most of that trade right here that I'm circling in green. We went over that in the private Bear Den. I'm like, hey, 22,720. I'm taking my 22x long. I took profits here. I got a nice chunk of profit on that one. I actually was staged out my exit, so I took around $1,500 in profit here and around a 4,000 or 5,000 more in there. I jumped in this trade this morning, could have been another 5 grand profit, but I'm actually waiting for a bigger move to come out. So one of the reasons why I thought today's video would be fun is we stayed right along this rising trend line and above the POC. So we might actually get to witness part of this breakout while we're on the live stream, which would be obviously extremely exciting. So keep that in mind. That's what we're going to take a look at. We're going to, does it happen every time I switch? Or does it only happen when I switch these screens? Oh, God, that's no fun. Every time I switch the screen. Okay, so Ethereum actually very similar. Here you go, guys. Check this out. Rising gradient bottom. You know we're big fans of this. Every time it's going to do that. I'm going to have to fix that. a rising gradient bottom, and a new back out. So here you can see the horizontal trading range. I had taken my longs in Ethereum here, and I took my profits the other day. So I'm quite happy about that. But this looks like it might be, if this is the backup phase, and we see a much higher potential for Ethereum for the breakout of this long time trading range as well, could be very, very exciting. So keep that in mind. Now, this is the part of the episode. Those are just very two quick briefs. We're gonna keep an eye on that for the rest of. We're gonna keep an eye on that. But right now, I want to go over something kind of random and fun that I haven't shared with you guys yet. So for those of you that don't know, we created an Arcane Bear token. This is our internal community rewards token, and we were listed on CoinGecko today. So that was very exciting, and because of that, apparently I forgot that this kind of thing would happen, but now you can see that Arcane Bear is listed, and we had a massive price run up and then drop down. So someone showed me this. For those of you that don't know, go to dextools.io. This is a really cool way that you can chart all your Uniswap tokens automatically. So look, they even have like a trading view pair for Arcane Bear, which is just crazy. So I can roll out to the 12 hour, and you can see Bear's token since we started. Effectively. So we started here around 10 cents. We bounced around. This is what they call an accumulation range. We broke above that top, and then boom, backup phase, and then a big explosion. So this kind of thing is fun because for us, it's a really hands-on experience. So for a lot of the private Bear Den members, I gave some of you guys almost, I think some of the very first few times we gave them away, they're like upwards of 500 Bear token. So that's worth almost $500. Some of our private members got $500 for paying for like a $45 a month membership. So hey, go and join our private membership because you never know how well spending $45 will do for you when you join a community. So www.arcanebear.com/private. Remember, it's only $45 and it's risk-free because if you're not happy, we'll give you your money back. And right now, there's a bunch of people, I'm sure, that are very happy. But even though you may not be a paying Bear Den member, what we're going to do right now is we're going to give you some Arcane Bear. So what you're going to do is you're going to need to take your phone. You're going to take your phone and you're going to open up the QR reader on your cell phone, and you are going to take a photo of this QR code, and it's going to take you to a place where you can redeem 10 Bear. Yep, that's right. I'm going to let that run here for the next hour or two. So whoever manages to roll in there and snag that, that's $10 in Bear each. Hodl Bear. And yeah, you can use them as community rewards. So basically, for any of you that were interested in signing up, that $10, if you manage to collect a few more, you can earn your way to buying a year membership. We do accept crypto and Bear's tokens specifically for our memberships. That its first major utility is that you can use it. It's always a helpful feature. It's the first reason I bought Bitcoin is because I could use it. So I stick by that methodology. If it has out of the gate utility, fantastic. So back to Bitcoin again. We want to roll over. Actually, that was my Ether chart. We want to roll back over to Bitcoin on the 1 minute chart, and it's going to do that again. And there you go. You can see we've jumped up just a bit above my original entry there at 23,776, I believe. Yeah, 767, 676. Woo. So we're right around that target range. I'm looking for a nice big kick up to around 24,000, and then we could be on our way much higher. I think 26,000 was the first target range I had after the 24,000 target we hit earlier. Earlier the other day, actually, at 24,120, we kind of peaked out back on December 19th. Like that was it was so far ago, so long ago. It feels like. Quickly, guys, I'm going to give you my face back, and I'm going to make sure that everything's going smoothly on the Bear Chat, because I know every now and then I'm not a streamer at all, so this is new for me. So I'm gonna go back and make sure everything. So give me a thumbs up if everything is going smoothly. You guys let me know. We're gonna keep watching Bitcoin here on the daily, and we're just gonna basically chat. So I want to go over a few things about the Bear token too, just while we're kind of, we're going through all this fun madness. Yeah. Okay. So take a screenshot of that. It'll get you 10 Bear, at least for there's some there left. And remember, go to dextools.io for charting all of your favorite Uniswap tokens. They've got so much cool data here. Look at this, $101,000 of daily volume on on Bear right now with $56,000 in liquidity. I should probably add more to that. Over 297 transactions, 63 hodlers. Super cool. You can see a lot of buys going on here in the last 12 hours. It's exciting. Again, super interesting to see this. Don't buy Bear token. I don't suggest you buy it, or but don't listen to me, or yeah, because that doesn't make sense. Or do whatever you want to do. It's up to you. You're your own palpable human being. Well, I just love what this is. So we're gonna build in a few cool features where guys can do like liquidity mining on the Bear token too, not just like the standard liquidity pooling, but liquidity mining, where you just only have to put up one side and we will reward you in Bear token. We did another fun thing today too. So guys, this is kind of cool. If you check this out, v.cent.co, we're actually doing a giveaway of 100 Bear. Oh God, I'm gonna have to readdress this. We're gonna have to readdress this, I think, because it was we're gonna have to readdress it to good. Every time this is, guys, just so you know, every time it's in Bear value. So we're putting up $32 in Bear. I'm gonna have to remember to always calculate in dollars because the Bear is too much random offer to give away like $100 today. No, thank you. So we're giving away $32 in Bear, and all you have to do is buy a particular tweet and then of mine, and then so what you do is you go to vcent. You'd find a tweet of mine that you liked. And you can buy that tweet as an NFT. So let's go to the Twitter for Arcane Bear. So guys, a lot of this is experimentation in the Twitter type of game. So what we're doing is experimenting. So you go to arcanebear.com/Twitter. You go, hey, look at this. Here's Arcane Bear's today's live stream. Tune in to grab your chance for some Bear. You can copy that link. You can go over to v.cent.co and you can make an offer on that tweet. So you can actually set up an offer to win. So anyone who makes bids on tweets over $10 is entered to win that $32. So it's costing you $10, but you could win $32. There's probably very few of you who will do it, and it'll be randomly picked from those people. So I'm getting better trying to do these challenges for you guys at the Bear family, but also get you to learn, because right now what we're talking about is the potential of collateralizing content. Now, this is just an early stage rendition of it, like buying a tweet. So for instance, if you go over to vcent here, we can take a look at some of the other tweets that are up there right now. So we can see the highest bid on a tweet right now is like $3,388. And I believe it's on Jack's tweet, or Jack from Twitter's tweet. Let's see. So we're trying to learn here so basically if Jack here were to connect his Twitter to vcent, he could claim that $3,388 in Ethereum, right? So MakerDAO too, if they connect it, they can actually claim, and then they're basically selling the tweet. It's like an NFT version of the tweet. Really cool. Again, just experimenting here. So remember that this is strictly an experimentation process. In the sales side, you can see somewhere these tweets were actually claimed and the buy price went through. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to give away $32 in Bear for anyone who makes an offer of $10 or more. Now, one of those people will be picked randomly. There's probably only going to be a few of you that will do that. So here you go. So here you can see Maddie sold this tweet can be an NFT for $390. Great work, Maddie. We love that. So guys, we're always looking to experiment. Like, remember, one of the most exciting parts about this is just to go out there and play and experiment and learn with small dollar value. So we're giving up $32 in Bear for anyone who goes and makes a bid on one of our Arcane Bear tweets. So what you do is you go here, you grab the tweet status, you go to v.cent.co, and you make an offer on any number of the tweets that you want to buy. So maybe you're like, you want to turn one of Arcane Bear's tweets into an NFT. You're like, you know what? Let's see here. Let's find a fun one. Oh yeah, this one, the one that Elon Musk shared. Can't do that because it's not mine. Let's find some more here. What was a great Bear tweet we did recently? Oh yeah, you're like, I want to buy the mushroom tweet. I'm going to NFT that. Or like when Bear went up 32% a week ago. You're like, I want to turn this into an NFT. So you'd take that tweet, you'd open it up, you grab that status, you drop it into the v.cent place and you turn it into an NFT, v.cent.co, and then you make a bid of over $10 and you get entered in a chance to win that $32. Now, I can't imagine there's probably going to be too many of you that do that. So there's a very high likelihood that you would win. So if you do that and you bid over $10, now the higher the bid, I'm not sure how the algorithms pick the winner. We'll figure that out. But the higher the bid, likely the higher the chance of winning, because we use like an automated picker. Anyways, another fun thing, aside from the fact that you can get yourself pretty much $10 in free bear right now by following through that. And this is all, again, thanks to Roll. So for any of you that you've asked about this, we've got a podcast that comes out on Tuesday. So you can check out Roll. But here you can see try Roll. They are blockchain infrastructure for social money. They have over $250 million in content creators signed up through their platform. If you want to sign up and you're a content creator, just go through Roll. If you, they'll help you set up your own and get you so you have your own token to play with. Now, again, this is just experimental technology, so remember that. But what allows us to do is I can go over here and I can say, look, I can see how many people have already earned that bear token by claiming that QR code. Nice. It's only 9 of you. Only 9 of you. We've given away $100 in bears so far. And all you have to do is take a picture of this QR code, and then we just gave you $10 worth of bear. I hope that all makes sense. Anyways, fun experimentation time. Yeah, it's good. I'm going to open up my iPad so I can take a look at your guys' questions while the market is moving, and we're just going to have a live hangout stream. Still waiting for this trade to progress a little further here, but things are looking good so far. Let's see. Is it too late to buy Graph? That's GTR. I always like to wait for market cycle cool downs before I make an entry, because it's just easier to do. But as soon as I see a market cool down that I'm interested in, then I make entries. I mean, let's use Arcane Bear as an example, just because it did some ridiculous thing today. If we go and we look at the bear on this dextools.io, you can see at one point we went up to 40 cents, dropped down to 3 cents. We had another like smaller reaccumulation, and then boom, back up to 70 cents. So if you're buying up here and you're in that early let's look at the 5-minute chart. Yeah, say you're here in Graph, right, and it's still going up. And you're like, oh, it's still going up. It's still going up. Yeah, but there's a lot of room for downside, and the risk is really high. So anytime you see a big up, it's generally a sell. And then you see another big up afterwards. It's like, okay, well, patience is going to be one of your biggest games because there's another opportunity to enter. So let's actually look at this Graph token and make some assessments here. So we'll go to Graph. That's the GTR token, number 35, super fast like that. It's lagging. Is it lagging, guys? You would know better than I would. Let's actually look at this graph. Hopefully it's not lagging. I apologize. Yeah, it could be the jungle internet. Let's see here. Well, the stream says it's okay right now. Anyways, we're gonna have to be patient and kind of wait for that one, I guess, because there's nothing I can do to change the internet speed. So hopefully everything keeps going smooth. Mine keeps cutting out. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you guys are having a breakout in the live stream. Someone says move the iPad away from the laptop. Okay, we'll try that. I mean, I don't think that's it because I've done this often with the iPad here. But sure, why not? We'll do that. The lag is an ongoing YouTube issue. Okay. Well, either way, guys, hopefully that solves the lag issue. Okay, everyone's got a little bit of lag time. Not much I can do on the jungle internet side. Let's just hope it goes away. And there's not that big of a deal. I mean, I could do a live stream speed test, but I don't think it's worried here. Okay, so Bitcoin, I'm in a long position right now, 22x. Let's see. We entered at 23,676 with only $5,000, not a whole lot. I try to play with small amounts in these futures accounts because they're crazy. I always limit to around $10,000 per every time I go into futures, just to make sure. And then when profit goes up, I take it back down to $10,000 in case anyone cared. Because otherwise I'd try to go in with $100,000 at 22x, and it just, I don't know if I can handle that. I like this 10 grand at 22x. It seems to be malleable. I can pay attention. I can help things grow. It's not such a big deal. We're in profit. I could add more to the trade, and maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe I'll add the rest of this and we'll use it as a bucket example. Because right now, what I would like to see is a jump up above 23,900, a drag back down to like 23,740, and then a huge explosion probably for the next 24 hours onwards, 48 hours onwards. So I'm going to be a little bit patient with that, with the last part of the entry, so I can use it as an example here. So currently, I don't have a stop loss set, which I usually let it run a little open. Because I have a tolerance much bigger than I would set a stop loss. Usually I set stop losses as I move into profit so I can secure profits. Like earlier today, it came down, hit my stop loss at at around $500, and then I re-entered the position because I think it's going much higher still. But this way, at least if it did continue to go lower, I was out of the position and I could re-enter. So I re-entered as we started this stream. I thought it would be kind of fun because I do think we're going to see a breakout. It would be amazing if we got to see that breakout as part of this live stream. So that's kind of what the hopes are. Yeah. So anyways, for those of you, again, take your phone out, take a photo of this with your QR code. So for those of you that don't know, you should have a QR code reader. And once you open that QR code reader, it should be able to take you to a place where you can redeem that bear. Effectively, what it will do is it will send you to roll, and you will be able to redeem your bear through roll. So I can see if any of you guys have done it. Now, it's not that easy. It's like the skill testing question. Do you know how to use a QR code? Awesome. 13 of you know how to use a QR code, and we've got 1,000 up there. I'll let that run for an hour, because if I gave away 1,000 bear right now, that's giving away $1,000. No, that's giving away 10,000 because it's to 1,000 people. So we'll limit that. We're giving $10 away to say 100 people. Yeah, we'll limit that. Once we get closer to the 100, we'll scratch that out. So we're giving away $1,000 tonight, basically. $10 to each of you who managed to click on that, figure it out, and decide whatever you want to do. Kind of fun. This is our community engagement with the bear token. So graph, that's what you guys wanted me to look at. Okay, we'll look at graph, GRT. This is supposed to be like a competitor for Uniswap or something, or no, for Link. Is that it? I always think that there's room for a few ideas if this is a trading, an oracle. Let's see, you've got a circulating supply of 1.2 billion. Okay. And what are we sitting at for a price tag right now? 70 cents. So that effectively puts you up at almost $1 billion market cap. Yeah, there we go. Fully diluted $7.4 billion market cap. That'd be entertaining. Yeah, from what I gather, I haven't done too much research into the graph, but I believe this is another oracle. Link's made of some great headway, so it'd be hard to say on that one. You'd have to double check. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but in terms of, let's go see if it's on our TradingView account. Sorry, in our charting account. Let's see, GRT. Green GRT to USDT. Okay. So we'll take a look at the chart here. We'll go out to the 45 minute. I'm sure there's not that much data. Yeah, so this is, wow. So guys, for me, when you're this late into a trade, like, because we had GRT come across the table a little while ago, you're talking about, wow, a 400% increase. I wait till the market cap cools down and gives me some inclination. So what we'll do is, because I know you guys are going to like this one, we're going to move GRT up into our kind of DeFi basket that we've been following, and we'll turn it purple here so we can keep an eye on it. Currently, I like Aave. There's a few other DeFi ones too, but let's give an example of Avalanche. This Avalanche was one we liked, and we were patient for finding entries in, and this is the reason why. Because out of the gate, you saw a massive run up. It was like upwards of $5 or something. And then a big drop down. Yeah, upwards of, $2 here. I think it was even higher on some exchanges. And then it dropped down to 79 cents. So I wait for these return periods after all the hype has blown through. It just makes more sense. Like I don't want to jump into the hype just to get like 100% gain. I would rather wait till it recoiled and get like a 10x gain, because if it is going to do what it's going to do, I take the venture capital model, you throw a few grand in, you pretty much walk away. But I'm not there yet. I'm much more interested in these. I mean, a leverage trade for me right now is significantly easier to make a large sum of capital from, to move into other areas. And it doesn't require me get it right, at least in terms of getting technology guessing right. Although, because you guys have brought Graph up, I'm probably just going to buy, next time when I see a little LPS position, I'm probably going to buy $1,000 worth of it and walk away and forget that I ever own any. It's generally a good methodology. It's like venture capital. You throw a little bit in the early days, you walk away, and you come back 10 years later to figure out if you had actually gotten it right by playing darts. So it's kind of a helpful function. So yeah, let's use Bitcoin as a breakdown for this trade here. Again, remember, I don't know why it keeps doing that, but we are currently what I believe to be in a reaccumulation pattern. We saw the backup phase here after its primary SOS. I made my entry here. I had already taken a trade here and taken profits. So this new re-entry here for me is thinking that we're going to go higher. I wanted to see if this backup phase would turn into a UTAD, and it hasn't, because we pushed a little higher yet even still. Now we're at a critical moment, because this trading range at 23,500, 23,600 is the reason why I entered this trade, but it's also the reason why I'll exit this trade. So normally you don't want to watch too closely, but I'm on the 1 minute here with Bitcoin right now, watching uber close, because if it dips down too much, I'm just going to close the trade out in a slight loss, effectively, right? I mean, it's just easier to do. So I mean, we're hovering at a $38 loss now, but again, I'm expecting a breakup above 24,200, a smash back end to 23,800, and then a big explosion, hopefully while we're on this live trade. So Chicago Brew is saying GRT is a utility token. That will be used to rank information, ideas, communications, and more. The asset is geared for censorship. It will be used to suppress based by curators. Is dangerous. Yeah, I don't know what GRT is really to say. The for better or for worse. Someone asked, how can I buy Bear? So obviously I don't suggest anyone buy Bear, because that's my contractual duty. I don't suggest you do your own due diligence. Like, I can read you what I've got here. You know what, guys? I'll show you where to buy Bear. You can buy it on Uniswap. You can buy it on 1inch. Effectively, let's take a look here. It's always fun to chart the Bear token now. It's kind of a random new feature thank you, Dex Tools, for having such a highly engaging platform for charting the Bear token. I think that's super, super interesting. You can see all the buys and sells, but you would buy it on Uniswap. And you would do that by going to info.uniswap. Let's take a look here. Info.uniswap. If you've never used Uniswap, this in itself is almost a good lesson. You go to Uniswap. So for those of you that have never used Uniswap, it is super cool. It is an automated market maker. I'll get into a little bit what that is, but basically you add both sides of the trade. So if you type in Arcane, it showed up there for a second. I don't know why it disappeared. Okay. It was just showed up a second ago. I don't know why it's not showing up now. Sometimes so the downside to Uniswap is it's a little laggy, because it's a decentralized automated platform. It's not always the most efficient for when it comes to searching things. Yeah, okay, there you go. Bear token, Arcane Bear. You can search for it, and then you can go trade. And you could buy Bear token effectively by hitting this trade button. And from there, if you've never used an automated market maker, I'll explain how this works. I could select my Ethereum. Yeah, it is going slow today, isn't it? I understand. I could trade one Ethereum would buy me 865 Bear. I'd hit swap, and then that would trade my Ethereum for Bear token at that moment, or vice versa. You could go the other way. 910 Bear traded back will give you 1 Ethereum effectively. So how this works is I've got a liquidity pool, and I've added both sides to the trade. So if we go to pool, we go back. I'll show you guys. This is kind of fun too. For those of you that don't know, this is highly educational. Let's double check, make sure Bitcoin's still in the sweet spot. Okay, good. So we'll go back. We're going to go to Uniswap. So no, we'll find out who. So how to use Uniswap. So we go to the Arcane Bear token on Uniswap, or actually that's Unitrade. That's another place. So Unitrade is another place you guys can go and look at this stuff. Bear token or 1inch too is another one. There's so many of these automated market makers now, but I wanted to show you guys how the liquidity pool works. So yeah, we're going to open this up. So I've added both sides of the trade to the liquidity pool basically, and I'll continue to do that throughout its growth. And what I would do here is I go to my account, and then you can check out my arcanebear.eth account. I'm doxed on this account for sure. You can even go look at it's arcanebear.eth technically. And as you can see, I've got 22 Ethereum on one side of the trade and 20,000 Bear on the other side of the trade. So right now, if I wanted to, we could go, that's actually kind of a fun experiment. While we're on live here with you guys, we'll show you, here's the contract. We'll go back. We'll jump into this. Let's add a little bit of liquidity so I can show you guys kind of how that works. It's like a little bit of a live stream lesson into the DeFi world. So I can go add liquidity here. And I want to add, let's say, I like awkward, weird numbers like 0.666. So we're gonna trade Ethereum. We're gonna pool, add liquidity. We're gonna add liquidity. Click too many buttons there. Click back. Okay, here we go. Add liquidity for Bear. So we want to add 666 Bear worth of liquidity. And that costs approximately 0.75 Ethereum. So if I hit supply, actually let's do 0.333 because I don't have much Bear on this particular account. So if we go and we add Bear, we're going to add 0.37 Ethereum and 333 Bear. We hit supply. We confirm this share of the pool is 0.83%. We confirm that supply. And then boom, it costs $9. That's an expensive gas fee, but that's what it costs to show you guys an experiment. And then there you go. There's some Bear. It's been added to the liquidity pool. It says pending. And then in a moment here, you'll be able to see that I just added that 333 Bear to the liquidity pool. Yeah, so there you go. 19 seconds confirmed. Wow, it's a fast Ether transaction. We're going to refresh this. And now you can see on the Uniswap side that 333 Bear will be added effectively. Now it doesn't show you on the DEX tools, but it will show you that on Uniswap, I think, which is quite nice. You can see the liquidity pool, which is an extremely important part, guys. The liquidity pool is an extremely important part. So yeah, it's just still loading here, I guess. We'll go back. We'll take a look at Bitcoin. Nice. We're up and up on the trade. We're going to have that breakout here. It looks like 24,000. Let's see. The trade's already up $235. I'm hoping this trade will make around $20,000 if I get it right, and it will stop me out in profit around $1,000 if I get it wrong. So either way, it's a positive trade, but we're going to have to be patient. We'll stay online for the live stream for this one. It's kind of as an experiment to show. I see some guys trade like $6 million in Bitcoin. I'm not sure, like $5,000 to $10,000 in it. 22x is enough for me. I feel pretty when I do that, you know. So you can see here we're looking for that breakout above $23,400 and then to continue above. So I want to finish this experiment and I want to keep talking about it because I think it's important to understand that, well, first off, how we provide liquidity, what that means. So I'm going through the process to explain that next point. So there you go. 333 Bear was added, $482 in value, and 0.37 ETH. So basically, guys, what that means now, and this is, I think, what deserves so much explaining, is that I have Bear and Ethereum on each side of the trade. I'm actually going to train the camera back for this part just because I think it's entertaining. Okay, so right now, what we just did is I put like 333 Bear on one side of the trade and 0.37 ETH on the other side of the trade. So right now, because of that, this is how impermanent loss would be created. Let's say someone decided to sell 333 Bear at this moment, the price dropped, boom. It would take my portion of that of the current pool, and it would give them the Ethereum that I put on the trade, like 0.01 Ethereum, right? So now I would have more Bear than I do Ethereum because someone traded 300. But now if all of a sudden they bought one Ethereum over Bear, the amount of Ethereum I had would go up in my pool share and the amount of bear would go down. So remember, as prices change, you have this abstraction where you can have something occur which is called impermanent loss, which is if you add that liquidity at the wrong time, because you should be waiting to add liquidity at a lower point, because that way you get a better entry with your liquidity pool. I just did that as an example. Most try to get all the liquidity in at lower points effectively. I just want to show that as an example so you guys understand how this works, because a lot of times I don't think people understand what the hell they're doing when they add liquidity. Even I didn't know what it was doing until I'm like, oh, okay, now I get it. It's really simple, right? So if I were to go and sell bear now, and it would take that liquidity pool down, it would be less ether, more bear. And if I bought bear with Ethereum, it would give me the Ethereum pool would go up and the bear pool would go down. That's how impermanent loss occurs. Okay, so keep that in mind. The liquidity pool, it can be dangerous. Don't do it. Don't buy bear. Don't add liquidity. I have to legally say that. So the next thing I want to go over, which I think is going to be entertaining for everyone, is I'm going to talk a little bit more about roll, because A, I think they're extremely interesting. But B, I think okay, well, let's take a look at roll. Here's the dashboard. Let's see how many of you guys have claimed that free bear. So we're giving away 10 bear to any one of you who uses this QR code to go redeem your bear. So use your QR reader to go snag that bear token right now. And we're giving away. We've already given away $230 in bear. Maybe we'll max it out at. Maybe we'll max it out at like $500 in bear for this episode. So just another 25 more of you before I go remove and I stop this. But more importantly, let's go to the dashboard of roll so you guys can kind of see this fun stuff. Let's see, is it in the wallet? Yeah. I'm going to read this out to you because I think it's important. So disclaimers and warning. This project is in beta. This means it is untested and unaudited, although that is not true. It is audited technically because it's an ERC20 token and Ethereum is extremely audited, and therefore entails significant risks and unqualified technical and other risks as novel technology and underlying weaknesses and or vulnerabilities may exist and pose additional and or unanticipated risks. Number 2, this project is intended as experimental community keyed feedback mechanism only, as a proposed DeFi model only. Significant and unqualified risks exist. Number 3, this project entails complicated mechanisms, implications, and risks, financial, legal, taxation, and more that have not been tested or qualified. At your own risk, any tokens that may be proposed, contemplated, or presented have no value. Any tokens contemplated herein are utility tokens. U.S. persons and persons within the U.S. are therefore specifically generally excluded. So if you're going to do it, it's at your own risk, because I don't know what jurisdictions exist in your part of the world. So everything you should play with at your own risk. Basically, we say it 100 times, everything's at your own risk. Any participation in this experimentation model is strictly at your own risk. If you do not understand the risks, please refrain from participation. Anyways, the reason why I wanted to go over that is because this is an experiment. That's what it is. This is a giant experiment where I'm giving you bear token, and you could go to Uniswap and you could trade that bear token for Ethereum technically right now. I just added more liquidity to the pool too. Maybe we'll max it out at liquidity that I added, because I'm basically just giving more free money away. But I think that this part of the experimentation process is so valuable because you get to learn. Okay. That was a lot. That was a lot of do at your own risk type things. That even means for when I give it to you as well, because it's just random community experimentation. We are rewarding you guys for early participation in the Arcane Bear family. And that's effectively what I think this sector is really about. It's almost like stakeholder capitalism. Right now, we're going to continue to give these out. If you go follow us on Twitter, where you complete challenges, we give out bear. When people are in the private group do something that we like, we give you bear. So it's a way for us to reward our community for consistently participating. Participate, the more you get rewarded. Make sense? The token has a bunch of other things it can be used for as well, but we're going to get into that, like built-in liquidity mining. What if you could use bear as collateral on Aave? It's crazy. DeFi and Web 3.0 is beyond what I can understand as possible. So what I'm doing my best to do is experiment like a madman and give you guys the opportunity to experiment and grow along with our community. So very exciting, extremely entertaining. Let's take a look at a few more of your guys' thoughts and questions. How long do you spend a day researching coins and analyzing graphs? I'm usually just researching one type of graph. When liquidity mining, hopefully in the Q1 here of 2021, we will have liquidity mining on. Why 666? No, it's not the devil. It's actually 2/3. So 2/3 is a perfect fifth. So 2 divided by 3 is 0.66666 repeated forever. Perfect fifth is the perfect middle of a guitar-ish. It's the perfect fifth or the perfect middle of that particular scale. So it's actually based off music, not the devil. That's a lost in translation, stupid idiots digesting scientific mathematical content from the Kabbalah and the Hebrew Bible that thought it was a mystic story when it was a scientific story. And the mathematics are extremely important because 0.66666 infinitely repeated forever is how you create light. That's how you create sound. That's a very important mathematical equation. And for those of you that don't understand that, I suggest you do some homework because it has nothing to do with the devil and it has everything to do with the way the universe you are living in was created. Anyways, Jewish mysticism, pretty old. Mathematics are old, but the story got told to a bunch of laymen who think that the devil is like a fucking pointy-tailed demon. Has nothing to do with that. It's the universe. It's the mathematics of the universe. It exists everywhere. $23,666, as I said that for Bitcoin. Beautiful. Okay, more questions. My wife and I just signed up for the free bear token. Awesome. There you go. You got yourself 10 bear token. Congrats. Don't celebrate too early. We might have a midnight dump. That person has been saying that in this live chat almost every time, and we've gone up multiple thousands of dollars, like almost $7,000 since he said that last time. So I don't think that's the case. You got to be careful. Yeah, you should have, especially if you're in 22x longs, you got to have stop losses in place. Currently, I don't have a stop loss in place because we're like too early in near the entry of my trade. I needed to get above 24,000 before I kick my stop loss in. That's why we're kind of watching this trade live as well too. Okay, let's take a look now. Group session. Let's take a look at how many of you guys have snagged the bear. I only want to give away so many. Admin, is that where it is? Yeah. Bear launch. Yeah, 888 is Yeshua's number, which is a perfect 9th, not a perfect 5th, in case anyone else cares too. So 25 of you guys, again, have earned it. Just take a photo of that QR code. It's $250 in bear we've given away since the start of this episode. Super exciting. Just use your QR reader to do that, and bing, $10 in bear. Pretty simple. We will go to $500 in bear given away for that as well. So keep in mind on that. Let's see. And remember, guys, we're giving away $32 in bear to anyone who bids over $10 for one of our tweets to be turned into an NFT as an experiment. It's v.cent.co. We're going to keep experimenting with Web 3.0 until everyone knows how to use it. It's basically that's why we're giving away bear for you to spend money, is so you can figure out these cool ways to like turn a tweet into an NFT, and you can now I'm signing and autographing that you own that tweet, kind of. We're just playing around with it. This is valuables. It's kind of shout out to Cent for making this kind of stuff. It's like a content bank, right? So you can own Arcane Bear tweets, you could own Arcane Bear YouTube videos. It's kind of fun to mess around with all this stuff. I'm really excited. So thank you guys for that. Remember to follow us on Twitter too. So that way, anytime we do giveaways on the live streams and stuff like this, I'm super excited. Although I find it really amusing to have bear listed on CoinGecko. Highly, highly interesting to see that too. Again, this is all thanks to Roll. A shout out to Bradley Mills from Roll, because there's no way I could do this. I would have been able to do this by myself. Roll has been intricate in helping us figure out how to do this stuff. And to CoinGecko. First off, shout out to fucking CoinGecko for being amazing, because they're great. CoinGecko's great. So much better than CoinMarketCap. But yeah, funny to see the listing on CoinGecko too. Look at that. A $7.273 million fully diluted market cap valuation. Okay, so there are a few big holders. Obviously, we're going to deal with the rest of the paperwork and how this works out in the long run, because it represents nothing. It doesn't represent an equity in the Arcane Bear. Although we might find a way to do that in the future. That's not yet. That's some serious paperwork and legal shit that makes a big difference. Right now, it's just a utility token, strictly speaking. It's not an equity token. So remember that. It has no value. We went through all the risks and disclaimers. This is strictly for education and entertainment purposes only. Okay, I've done all my due diligence. There we go. Yes, highly fascinating. And again, cool. One of the processes I found along the way, guys, here was check out dextools.io. Not a sponsored ad for Dex Tools, but they allow it so you can chart all these cool Uniswap tokens with these much better features than on the Uniswap Dex itself. They have a much nicer platform and layout. I think it's super cool. The fact that you can chart right away upwards is on the 15-minute. Like I could run a Fibonacci. Okay, let's do it. Guys, we're totally going to do this. This is like a special moment for the Bear family. For anyone who's been following for years with us, let's go through the process. Charting on the 12-hour. Here we go. Let's see. We're gonna put a Fibonacci extension and retracement. Let's see if the market reacted similarly to conscious moments. We're gonna go. Oh, they don't give it. Yeah, here we go. Fibonacci retracement. We're going to go from our first run up of around 40 cents to where we were. Look at that. We peaked out into the 2618. We dropped back down to the 786. We accumulated at the 786. This is hilarious. We accumulated right below the 786 and then boom, shot above the 1618. So we'll probably mellow out around 61 cents at the 1618 for another reaccumulation. That's my guess. Fascinating. It's just so fascinating. Wild. Okay, follow us on Twitter too, guys, because we do give away Bear on Twitter there. $25 in Bear token. We're giving away $25 in Bear token to anyone who likes, retweets, and follows me. So again, guys, there's multiple ways to earn money by being a part of this stream right now, potentially, right? So go around and play around with Web 3.0, you schmongleberries. This stuff is ridiculously fun, and we all get rewarded for participating. Now, remember, not financially. We're being rewarded by learning more. There's so much that's going to happen over the next 10 years in Web 3.0. It's just ridiculous. Also, shout out to Elon Musk for making this the sexiest of tweets, because at 3 in the morning, let's see, at 3 in the morning, I had one of the most beautiful people I know send me this Bitcoin at 3 in the morning. She says, "Holy smokes, look what Elon Musk just tweeted." I love when girls send me things that are this sexy. So shout out to AB Astronomy too, one of the lead speakers for Infinity and Beyond in Astronomy Magazine. She does all these great videos. She helps support STEM education, is raising money for people to go to school. I absolutely love her on Twitter. AB Astronomy, she's super underrated right now. Anyways, got to support the people you think are amazing. Hopefully she sees this in the video. Okay, next thing. Too bad Randy can't figure out how to use it. Sorry, Randy. If 10 minutes of your life isn't worth $10, then that's too bad for you. A lot of people would love to have $10. So you're lost, Randy. It sounds like you suck. Here, and just for that, look at this, Randy. Oh yeah, that's how you get it. Don't mess around. We need no negativity right now. I mean, you can be bearish. You can be bearish, but we don't need negativity. Negativity is not worth any. It's not worth the stress of the mind. Don't do it, guys. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys my. And we're going to take a... Oh, yeah, we want to go back to the Bitcoin trade. That's what it is. See how we're doing. Oh, we're right up against that line. Okay, so let's watch this on the much closer reaction. So I'm going to show you guys right now some fun things too. So right now on the bottom here you have what's known as the Eagle's Nest. And we also have custom indicator. So if you want, you can go to tradingview.com and you can look us up by going to Arcane Bear. And from there, if you click scripts, you can see the Eagle's Nest. This is one we give away. It's a moving average. It's a free indicator. You can download all the free indicators that we have. We don't charge for any of these. But we would love if you guys gave us a thumbs up on any of them. So right now I'm going to kind of go over how I use Geez, I don't know why it's doing that. How I use the Eagle's Nest. So the Eagle's Nest is a MACD. with velocity through time centers. That's a little hard to explain, but I'm going to open it up right now, and we're going to make that the full screen part of our chart. So this is the eagle's nest. So above the eagle's nest in the 5 minute, you can see we hit these sell signals, sell, sell, sell. When we get below here, buy, 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 right? Well, where's the price at those moments? Okay, so it was telling us to buy when Bitcoin was at 93.04. I bought back in here 23,670, basically 650. So these on the 5 minutes are the buy and sell marks. Now on the bigger time frames are where they're more relevant, technically speaking. So as you go to the 4 hour time frame, you can see we're actually quite oversold. We're in a bearish type of sentiment. So this trade, if it goes much lower per se, it would kick me out. But my personal flex range is a little bit deeper than my stop loss range. So I go in, there's no stop loss set yet because I'm waiting for the trade to get above. If it drops back down below and I lose and it hits back here, I'll probably close out at the POC. I'll wait till if it were to close below the POC. Again, I had a good week trading last week, trying to build up the portfolio again, or build it up, not again, but much better. It's always can do better, I guess, is one of the downsides. So we're looking for this break again. On the 15 minute, you can see we're just about to close above the eagle's nest. On the 5 minute, we're actually headed down but turned up. On the 1 minute, we already hit 2 buy signals here at the 23,600 and have started to turn up again. So what I do with the eagle's nest is try to find a more perfected time, especially if you're playing with leverage. You have to be freaking perfect on your entries effectively because it's the only way to do it really well. So we're looking for that close above 2,300, 2,400, and then I'll set my stop loss basically just a bit above my entry in profit. So that way, if it comes back down while I'm asleep, I'm in profit, or if it continues to go up, great, I'm in profit. But it's a risky trade at this level. Obviously, we talked about this being a risky trade because look how high up Bitcoin is. There's no reason to enter here unless, again, we were looking at this potential trading range taking place, which was the reason why I made my initial long here the other day, took my profit in this range, and then I've re-entered here at the back of the POC effect, or at the POC of this new range effectively. So you can see that when I scroll in here, that the POC is running around 23,500. I mean, 23,500 would have been the ultimate entry. I got 23,670 for this long. So we're just going to wait. We're going to be patient and basically see what it does. So let's see how many people have claimed the roll or the bear. And take a look here. 35 people. Okay, so only another 15 people to go here before we cap that off, because that's effectively I've given away $500 in bear. Maybe even we'll give you guys another 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds to take a photo of this QR code, to follow in through roll, to sign up for a roll account because it's layer 2, so it doesn't cost a bunch of money to give away 25 bear or 10 bear to each person. It's a layer 2 scaling solution. So shout out again, another great problem solved. Yeah, so we'll give you guys another few minutes, and I'm removing your ability to redeem the bear. The only two ways you can get bear after that would be to like and retweet this and be entered in the draw to win the bear. So it's actually $25 in bear. Oh, we're giving, yeah, no, sorry, $10 in bear. Another $10 in bear, just like and retweet on that one. And then this other profile one where all you have to do is you have to go to v.cent.co. You have to take one of my tweets. So say you wanted to take this tweet. You're going to copy the tweet code. You're going to go to v.cent.co. Would be to like and retweet this and be entered in the draw. Okay. Yeah, so go to v.cent.co. You're going to paste that one of my tweets in there, and you're going to make an offer, anything over $10, and we'll pick a winner from those. Anyone who doesn't win, the money that you put up for the bid will go back. But this is a fun way to experiment. It basically turns this tweet into an NFT, as we were kind of showing you. And if you go back, you can see some of the other tweets that have been bought and sold. And these are basically NFTs from other people that have Twitter accounts. So this is a super exciting new way to look at content curation and the ability for a community to participate in it together. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. It's a long live stream. We gave away almost $500 in Bear during that process. Everything looks good for my trade so far, but I don't want to keep talking because it's late at night. It's already 9:30 and I don't have enough. I've got some kombucha. It's not a coffee or a ginger or chaga tea like I would like, but it's okay. Okay. Let's just, we'll finalize in. Everyone is talking about Bitcoin. What do you think of ETH? Oh yeah, no, I love ETH. Yeah, ETH is in a nice position too. We went over that in the first part of the video. ETH is in the backup phase as well. That could take us up to upwards of 800, maybe even higher. Yeah, okay. Cool, guys. I love that. Thank you guys all for joining us today. Remember to give us a thumbs up. Hopefully you were able to redeem some of that $500 in Bear we gave away. Fun little community rewards. We won't do that very often. We gave away a lot of money today. So keep that in mind. Leave us your thoughts, your questions, your comments. Remember to join the private Bear group. Actually, we're gonna do starting tomorrow, guys, we're gonna run a discount on the membership. We're gonna give an extra 15% off all of our membership prices for only the next 50 people, and those usually fill out very quick. The last time we did this, we went up over 200 members in like a week. So for only 50 people starting next week, we're going to be selling our Arcane Bear memberships. And remember, no questions asked, refund guaranteed, only for 50 people. So tune in tomorrow's episode to get that that code as well. If you haven't signed up, perfect time to do it, but it's only for 50 people. So we'll run that code until it's the offer's done, the same way we did with our Arcane Bear token tonight. I want to thank you guys all for joining us. I really appreciated that. Lots of fun. Hopefully you've been enjoying this bull market. Hopefully you've been making lots of money, like tons of money. Hopefully you've been making hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we'll see you guys again on the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. What else? Oh yeah, last thing too. We're actually going to have a new area of our Discord channel, which is entry by stake only. So if you have 100 bears staked, you'll be able to get into our community Discord, not our private paid like Kodiak Club. That costs money. But if you have 100 bears staked, you can get into our Discord channel. So keep that in mind. If you got that 10 bear and you want to join our Discord channel, not the higher paid group, but just our regular channel, if you have 100 bear in your MetaMask wallet, that will open up the rest of the channel, some of the channels in the Discord group, so you can kind of get a flavor for what it's like at the larger community. So keep that in mind. 100 bear will be entry as a bear cub into our general community on Discord, our private Discord community. So thank you guys for that. We'll see you again on the next episode. I hope you guys are enjoying all the experimentation that we've been able to do through this process. It's very exciting for me. I'm having tons of fun. Thank you all for supporting the Arcane Bear family. I'm going to click end on this night's stream right after I share with you guys our intro and outro logos.